This is a national trucking emergency. Small carriers and drivers are losing everything right now. Their trucks, their cars, their savings. Everything that they have worked so very hard for over the last 30 years is circling the drain, all because of greed and corruption. A couple weeks ago, I drove from Kingman, Arizona, all the way to Washington, D.C. in hopes that I could talk to Donald Trump, our president, or Sean Duffy, Department of Transportation, in hopes that they would talk to an average blue-collar worker, a business owner, an American truck driver, a husband, a father, an American citizen who is exhausted and sick and tired of being sick and tired. Everyone over the last 40 to 50 years have slowly been taking from the American truck driver, finding clever ways to steal more and more money out of the American truck driver's pocket. After deregulation in the 80s, everything went to crap for the small carrier and for the American truck driver. Truck drivers are being shorted every day on loads by paying them zip code to zip code instead of actual miles. That's about $29,000 a year in lost revenue. We're being shorted on hours waiting on the docks, being loaded and unloaded. We're losing about $29,000 a year in lost revenue not being paid to the American truck driver. Or about 480 hours a year lost to each driver that is not paid for loading and unloading. That's a lot of time to give away for free. Truck drivers sacrifice a lot of great time for this nation. We miss birthdays, we miss holidays, we miss anniversaries, surgeries, weddings. We miss it all for the American economy, and also that the American people can work, can live, and so that we can have a great nation. And instead of being rewarded for this great sacrifice, more and more each day, week by week, month by month, year by year, the American truck driver is taking advantage of more and more and more. Truck drivers don't receive overtime pay like everybody else. Every time an American truck driver turns around, someone else is in their pocket trying to come up with clever ways to steal from them or take more revenue out of their pocket. Most of the time it's in the name of safety. On average, OTR drivers, over-the-road truck drivers, spend about 300 days a year living in a 72 square foot box. That's half the size of your bathroom. Our job is 7 times more dangerous than law enforcement. And a truck driver's average lifespan is 62 years old. We don't get to live a full life like most folks. This is because of the physical abuse that the human body takes driving this heavy equipment day after day after day, 6 days a week, 15-hour days. Again, instead of rewarding this very noble sacrifice that the American truck driver goes through, folks are taking advantage more and more each day. To everyone, stop taking the money that we earned and go make your honest day's pay. Stop justifying taking more revenue out of the small carrier's pocket and the American truck driver's pocket. In the 1970s, truck drivers were making about $35,000 a year. Today, that's about $170K a year, and a lot of drivers don't even make half of that. That $175K a year today in 2026 is being generated, and it is there in the load. It's just not going to the driver. It's providing other people with revenue that they didn't earn. Brokers, shippers, insurance companies, factoring companies, truck stops, repair centers, the federal government, different states. All of the above are taking advantage of small carriers and American truck drivers, and it's really a shame considering the sacrifices that we make for everyone. This is not complaining, these are just facts. Without the American truck driver, this country collapses in 3 days. Yet we are treated less than human at times. We're tired of organizations like the ATA, the American Trucking Association, and OOIDA saying that they represent the American truck driver when they really don't. Really, they represent the mega carriers. They don't fight for the little guy, the little one-man owner-operator. And it's a shame because the little guys are about 86% of American trucking. The mega carriers are only about 14%. My hope is that I can inspire all 2 million American truck drivers to find the advocacy within themselves. Truck drivers, we are so powerful. We just don't realize it. If we stop putting up with this nonsense, we can dominate the industry, again, like we did before deregulation. Stop pulling cheap freight. Don't go to work for a company unless you're making $175K a year. Don't go to work for a company unless you're getting full medical and dental for you and your family and a great retirement package. If we stand together, we can have a beautiful, amazing life. We can have paradise. We can go down to working just 4 days a week and getting paid 3 times more. That's smarter, not harder. We need to ban non-direct freight brokers. 2PLs, 3PLs, get them out of here. Brokers and carriers outside of the United States, gone. Enforce chameleon BS and enforce cabotage. They're stealing our freight. If you don't live in the United States, you don't get to enjoy our great American trucking. America, right now it's time to think about ourselves. We can't think about other countries right now. We must think of ourselves. Our tax dollars need to stop going overseas and stay here in the United States to help our families, our veterans. We need shippers and brokers to be regulated the same way truck drivers are regulated and small carriers are regulated. No more cheap labor. Only the best of the best allowed in the trucking industry. The best drivers, the best brokers, and the best shippers. Let's bring back the true professional patriot commercial truck driver. Here in the United States, we are a constitutional republic. That means we the people, we the truckers tell the government what to do. The government doesn't tell us what to do. That's what Congress and Senate is for, people. Start really getting to know who your representatives are so you can vote them out if they're not working for you. The government are our employees, and it is their job to make our pursuit of happiness great again. Our country is circling the drain. If we don't get a handle on this quick, we're going to lose her. Our forefathers created an amazing document called the Constitution and all the amendments thereof. Let's use them. Read the Bill of Rights. Read the Declaration of Independence. A lot of things in life are more important than money, like values, morals, integrity, family, God Almighty. Brothers and sisters of the highway, we are a family. There's a lot of great trucking advocates out there. Let's go support all of them. Let us put aside our differences and fight together so we can have paradise. There are 28 senators in the Science and the Science Transportation Industry Committee, and there are 68 congressmen involved in the Transportation of Infrastructure Committee. Let's get to know who these players are so we can vote them out if they're not going to pass bills that we need passed, like the GOT Act, overtime pay for truck drivers, and Connor's Law, English proficiency to protect American lives against non-English speaking commercial truck drivers. Our families, our futures, everything is at risk. Follow and subscribe for more. Keep the shiny side up and the dirty side down. Come on.